Anti-social acolytes.
So this article was sent to me by a friend, actually. We were actually just discussing 23andMe and Ancestry and like comparing them, and he was like, dude, I'm not gonna name this friend, of course, but he was like, dude, I don't know, 23andMe seems a little inaccurate. I saw this article on TikTok. Apparently some dude sent his lizard saliva and he came up as something percentage. And I was like, what the fuck? And so I had him send me the article, and it sure is a doozy here. So we can go ahead and take a look at it. Let's just get into it. So we've got Natural News, which says defending health, life, and liberty, which I'm into, and they are a far-right publication that is known for conspiracies and anti-Semitism and got like banned from Facebook like a year ago or something. But this article's from a month ago, so good to see they're still doing good. Actually, not even a month, like 2 weeks ago. Good to see they're still doing good. They're making some leeway on TikTok, apparently. A man and his wife decided to test the accuracy of 23andMe's at-home DNA testing kit by sending in a saliva sample collected from their pet lizard. What they found is that the whole thing is a sham. In the following video, the man explains how after 3 months of waiting, he received anomalous results suggesting that his pet lizard is 48% West Asian and 51% Ashkenazi Jewish. 23andMe also sent him a report explaining the lizard's history and background, including what he supposedly likes to eat. So let's go ahead and just take a look. It's a very short video, 30 seconds.
I wanted to see what would happen if I sent my pet lizard DNA into 23andMe. And so with the help of my wife, we extracted enough saliva to send off in the mail. We were so excited to see the results. After about 3 months, we were shocked. My lizard was 51% Ashkenazi Jewish. He was also 48% West Asian. This was really interesting. They also gave us a little bit of his background and his history, what he liked to eat.
Here's the first box right here. It says 23andMe, right?
Yeah.
And
very cool.
Here it is. It's a completely different box.
Completely different. Wow. A lot of effort they put into this video. And also, do bearded dragons produce saliva? Can you even get enough saliva to fill an entire tube up? I'm no biologist, but I have a hard time believing that.
You have to fill out the whole tube?
Yeah, it's like a tube like this big. Like, this big around. Spit in it and fill it up. How are they?
Wait, how did they swab it?
How did they swab? Yeah.
Because you've done 23andMe, right?
I've done 23andMe. It's spit. It is not a swab. You spit in a tube.
Did they give him a COVID test too? That would have been a more interesting video. Oh, I do at-home COVID test with my lizard. It says he has it. Oh, see, it's bullshit.
We've got YouTube CEO Susan Wojcicki co-founded 23andMe. I looked it up. I don't think that's true. It might be. I know her sister founded 23andMe. But
that's probably what they're going off of.
Yeah, I don't even think that's even true, but don't quote me. I didn't really do too much digging, but let's see. The discovery is as timely as 23andMe just made its debut in the American stock market after merging with Richard Branson SPAC. 23andMe was co-founded, it is important to note, by lizard person Susan Wojcicki, who currently holds the title of CEO over at YouTube. YouTube, as you probably know, is owned by Google, which is arguably the evilest corporation in the world.
Did I write this in like 12th grade or something? Or I mean when I was 12, not in 12th grade. I wouldn't write this in 12th grade.
Wojcicki admitted back in 2019 during an interview with 60 Minutes, Leslie Stahl, that YouTube pays at least 10,000 people to police and remove controversial content from the video platform, including videos about the Sandy Hook hoax and other false flag events.
Holy shit! They're going all in!
That is obviously not true. More recently, YouTube has been pulling down channels and videos that talk about ivermectin and hydrochloroquine, two potential drug remedies for the Wuhan coronavirus, COVID-19, that the medical deep state is desperately trying to keep a secret from the general public. That's the cure, they're saying? Hydrochlorine?
Wow, they really stand by Trump though.
Said? Yeah, they really stand by that.
Dude, Trump's fans are real tight with him. That's wholesome. That's wholesome. That's a good fan base, just saying.
Wojcicki's connection to 23andMe is curious because many have speculated as to the true purpose of these so-called DNA tests, seeing as how Google has been trying to get into the pharmaceutical business for several years now. Is 23andMe an extension of that design to profile individuals and target them with new drugs? and just what exactly is involved with its testing process that a lizard's DNA would show up as roughly half Asian and half Jewish? Is 23andMe engaging in Asian hate and anti-Semitism? Or is it testing process completely bogus, pulling up random identifiers and manufacturing a fake lineage surrounding them? Something is very off about the whole thing, and perhaps our readers can connect a few more dots. Oh boy, here we go. I wonder what those dots we're connecting are going to be. What's the connection between Google, YouTube, and 23andMe, and why are lizards testing positive for Jewish and Asian DNA? Wyszynski has been on something of a personal crusade against hate speech, quote unquote, as well. She announced in late 2019 that YouTube's harassment policy has been updated to more aggressively pursue offenders who say things that offend others on the platform. One group that she has been pandering to is the cult of LGBTQ, which is known as a protected group that consistently gets a free pass on social media to say or do whatever it wants without penalty. Anyone who criticizes an LGBTQ, meanwhile, faces deplatforming, demonetization, or other punishment. Yeah, because we know nobody in the LGBTQ community has ever been banned off of Twitter, ever.
What about Milo when he was gay? Destroyed!
We also reported about the speculation that DNA testing is a front for communist China to collect the DNA profiles of Americans for some nefarious purpose.
What nefarious?
Wake up, everybody! They're collecting your samples in order to develop a bioweapon against Americans. One of our commenters wrote. Wow, they're quoting the prestige commenters. They know we are a giant melting pot, so they've collected as much as they can to develop a weapon that will kill everyone.
That's a really pro-immigration end to that article, by the way. So what they're saying is if we were not a melting pot, we didn't have racial diversity, we'd be fucked because the Chinese would already know what to do. So
let me get this straight. Jewish people have been proven to be lizards, according to this article. But 23andMe also is a sham and does bogus testing. And it is owned by the Chinese, who are getting samples to develop a bioweapon at the same time. There's a lot of different outcomes and purposes for 23andMe here to gather from this article. It's pretty shocking.
I think 23andMe sounds awesome based on this. My West Asian Jewish lizard pet, that'd be fun. I want to adopt that lizard, dude.
Dude, communism's lizards? Fucking, that's pretty dope.
Can we look at another article from these guys just to see what kind of shit they have?
I have not looked at anything else. It's on TikTok apparently, spreading around. I'm scared. I would be scared to click anything. This whole website looks like it is virus central.
Honestly, it doesn't look that bad to me. These are just a bunch of ads for like Alex Jones products, pretty much. Neuromodulation is real. I don't even know what that means.
Brain controlling? Oh.
Oh my god, that sounds amazing. Here, let's look at a couple more. Arizona ballot audit has finally revealed what we suspected. Enough tainted ballots to wipe out Biden's victory.
I saw a TikTok today of some dude saying some shit like that. Did he get his source from here?
Okay, let's check this out. Here, I'll read this one. For months, President Donald Trump has warned that the 2020 election was rigged and thus stolen from him. And for the same period of time, Democrats who are likely in on the theft have pushed back, along with their minions in the mainstream media. But Trump the liar has once again been proven correct, at least in Arizona.
One state out of like 4 he would need to win. Okay, go on.
Preliminary results from an ongoing audit of some 2.1 million ballots cast in Arizona's most populous region, Maricopa County, home to Phoenix, reveals enough fraudulent ballots to overturn Joe Biden's victory by orders of magnitude. Among the audit's findings so far, 11,326 people in the county who voted in the November 3rd election were not on the voter rolls on November 7th, but were added to the voter rolls by December 4th, the National File reported, which I'm going to guess is also a very right-wing rag. This number is higher than Joe Biden's supposed statewide lead in Arizona of 10-4, whatever. Additionally, more than 74,000 mail-in ballots were counted in the county, even though there is no recorded evidence of the ballots being sent to the voters in the first place. Maricopa County withheld all photographic evidence of the mail-in ballot envelopes from the Republican audit team. Meanwhile, photographs show ballot printers and boxes getting loaded onto a destruction truck. In Phoenix, during the Senate hearing, the site added. Findings were relayed to state Senate Republicans late last week by officials from Cyber Ninjas, the firm conducting the audit. The news reached President Trump as expected. He issued a statement that also singled out the garbage media for ridicule. AP and other media outlets are doing major disinformation to try and discredit the massive number of voter irregularities. So this is a very boring article. Where's the stuff where they talk about Nazis and like robots.
So they're saying that they found 11,000 fraudulent votes, but they're just assuming they were all fraudulent towards Biden, I guess. even if we're playing in their pretend fantasy land where Trump has now won Arizona and overtakes it, he's still like 30 delegates or something behind. Who cares? He's got to get like 100,000 more in Pennsylvania, 100,000 more in wherever the hell else. We're still talking about this? We're still on about this. And this isn't just this fringe article. Like I said, I saw a TikTok of some dude like talking about this and being like, we got him, we were right the whole time. And I was like, huh? They're still talking about Arizona. That's crazy.
I'll be honest with you. I think that the election was stolen. But it was stolen way, way before the election. But we all know what I'm talking about. R.I.P. Bernie. it was stolen from Bernie. Yeah, I'm one of those guys. I'm sorry, chat. I'm one of the Bernie or bust guys. Yeah. Let's look at one more story here. Oh, here's a good one. Vax woke. Can an unvaccinated person in America simply self-identify as a vaccinated person without ever risking a deadly COVID jab?
I'm trans-vaccinated. We're there. Oh my god. No way.
So I have a question.
Yeah.
Do they view this as a joke?
I mean, they're coming around at least.
They're saying that self-identifying, which isn't even the term people use, people just say identify, but they're saying that that's valid now, right? I mean, they're questioning it here, but I've actually heard of people doing this shit. They're like, so they're actually saying it's valid. So they're actually getting there, right? So that means if I identify as a woman, then that's okay, right? Because I mean, they're using the hypocrite argument here or whatever. What if you personally identify or self-identify as someone who has taken the COVID vaccine, but you haven't? Does that qualify as vaccinated? Why not? If anyone can now simply switch from being man to a woman by simply putting on some high heels and lipstick, then you can. This is very transphobic. So I'm just going to warn everyone, we're not going to be transphobic. The article
is transphobic as fuck.
Then you can also switch from non-vaccinated to vaccinated by personally declaring it, since there's no science behind either to make them so. The leftists don't believe in biology at all, so that means according to their logic, you can simply believe you now have the biology of someone who got vaccinated for COVID. After all, oh my god, this next sentence. Okay, you have to say this next.
I'll say it. After all, if Bruce Jenner can wait, hold on.
After all, if Bruce Jenner can pretend to be a woman, another person can pretend to be vaccinated.
That's horrible. Same a lot. Oh my god.
Oh, no.
Oh god. I saw the word black and I'm like, this is not gonna get. This is gonna be worse. The same logic applies if you were black, a woman, or don't want to be vaccinated with deadly COVID jabs. Then simply self-identify as a white man who's been vaccinated. And you should be all set. Some employer or health authority asks if you've been vaccinated, you could logically respond, I self-identify as a vaccinated person. If they deny your trans vaccination status, remind them it's a hate crime to deny someone's trans status. Actually, it's not a hate crime. It's not considered a hate crime in America at all. And for one thing, it's about your gender identity. I think this is a myth they perpetuate, but possibly it's true.
About C-16 Canada,
yeah,
where they were like, Canada is locking up people for if you misgender them, when in reality it's if you are harassing somebody and refusing to acknowledge their pronouns and literally harassing them, and no actual arrests have been made under that pretense.
Yeah, I mean, if you harass a trans person in Canada, then yeah, it is actually a hate crime or hate. I don't know how Canadian court works, but this is stupid because it's an American article from an American point of view. So whatever. I know this is just a shit post, but like they're kind of being unironic here. Next wave of mutilation on the way with COVID vaccine boosters and variants. How else can you escape the wave of mutilation that comes from injections that make your blood clot? There is no science or logic to back up vaccines right now.
None at all.
What? How did they make them then?
They just like whipped up a nice little formula in the kitchen with grandma.
Yeah, do you think that they
just needed?
I made tortillas today. Maybe it's similar to that. Just get some flour and some oil. Yeah, there you go. There's a vaccine. Is that what they think happens? It's all fear-based. The CDC and the FDA and the Marxists and DC do not believe in biology or science when it comes to pushing their agenda. Biology and science reveal that men have penises and women have vaginas. And COVID vaccines are causing serious injuries and death without proof of any immunity to COVID-19 or its variants. Are you ready to mutilate your body for life just to appease the psychotic left? With a capital L, so they respect the left. Will you do it for safety that doesn't exist in these medical experiment vaccines? Are these people fucking anti-vaxxers too? They just sound like anti-vaxxers all the way to me. Will you permanently turn your body, the temple of your soul, into a prion-creating factory that clogs your blood and brain? Do you know that currently there are more people dying from the COVID vaccines than from COVID? That's just an outright lie.
Do you have a link to it?
Australia's top medical officer urges nation to follow through on vaccinations. mRNA shots don't decrease sperm count. Live up.
Wait, they linked off to a pro-vaccination article?
But the original title, or I think they fucking like bit.ly'd it or some shit. So the tagline here says, vaccine clots more deadly than COVID in Australia this year.
Oh wait, here it is below. 2 women in Australia have died from the blood clots. The only COVID fatality this year was an 80-year-old traveler who died in April after being infected overseas and diagnosed in hotel quarantine.
Oh, so their point. So one more person died from the vaccine than died of COVID this year is their point. So now, I guess they got their shit together in Australia? Is that what I'm supposed to gather from this?
They have so low COVID deaths that the deaths are happening from fringe vaccine complications?
I just don't understand. That's 2 people versus 1. That's technically 1 more. Why are they making that argument? I guess they're technically correct. Is that what they're going for? When an employee chooses to self-identify their race, ethnicity, or vaccination status, an employer cannot override their elections. If you feel you are being discriminated against in the workplace because you are a woman or you're black or Jewish or non-vaccinated, in America, you are free to choose any characteristic or categorization to belong to a particular group because we have freedom of speech. So you can lie, I guess. We're relating to the vaccine, of course, or if you're transracial like Kamon is. In other words, you can simply state your new status and it must be accepted, or else those who outwardly challenge you are guilty of harassment, bigotry, hate, discrimination, or racism. Except, how? This article, I'm going to stop reading this after this because this is so fucking mind-numbing, but that doesn't make any sense. If I went into my workplace and was like, hey guys, did you know that I am an alien? They would be like, Fox is an alien, and we just accept that. No, they'd be like, that guy's fucking insane.
Okay, Fox, funny joke, haha.
What?
Funny little goof. You're an alien, hee hee.
Oh, I was like, damn. Yeah. I was like, damn, why?
Oh, no, yeah, no,
I thought you were shutting down my joke. I was like, damn.
No, I've joined the hate comments.
Yeah, I was like, damn, that's cold as fuck. Yeah, oh, you're so funny. I'm like, damn, I'll start doing that to you. Fuck. Yeah. Here, tell a joke so I can put you down.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Susan Wojcinski.
Susan Wojcinski, do.
Susan Wojcinski, it's all a conspiracy. Jewish people are on top. Oh, fuck, lizard Jewish people.
Oh, haha, nice callback to that article. That was so funny. Fucking dumbass. Kill yourself! Hey, if you enjoyed that, then make sure to subscribe, like the video, share it, ring the bell, whatever the hell, and get ready for the next Anti-Social Acolytes stream this Wednesday coming up. We stream on Wednesdays. That's a thing we do. So, yeah, make sure to subscribe for that.